in order.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Well, this is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's the EA Sports Spring Invitational, and just a stunning golf course. It's Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, we're in for quite a day.
We are. We're going to see the decision-making processes of some of the fine players out there today. And the reason why I say that, Rich, is because there's so much elevation here at Wolf Creek. So you're going to have to make those adjustments on the downhill and the uphill. Club selection decisions. And of course, the one that does that the best is more than likely the one that's going to come out on top.
So the action is underway, and we'll take you out now to our featured golfer here at number one. Frank, you've been there so many times. Really nothing like the first tee of a brand new championship.
The thought of the unknown, the beauty of sport, you and the golf course. Doesn't get any better, Rich.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern, but a well-flighted shot to this three-leveled green will be well rewarded.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
All things pointed to a good week. Birdie there, very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Frank, you need to be a bit of a rock climber just to get to this second tee. 445-yard hole. What a view.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
300 yards.
Frank, really good chance from this
Let's get it.
position.
Let's
to
go.
make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.
Now on to the first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see, by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
That's well played.
Ooh, that was brilliant by
Look
me.
at birdie.
Now it's that sneaky distance.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting. Now, that's a good par there, Rich.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard, looks extremely solid.
Yeah, it looks well poised actually to have a very good round today.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie try up next. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Getting set now over the putt. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Now to the par 5 5th hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
That was nuclear.
Frank, what do we have with this approach here to the par 5?
A good tee shot across that stream there is going to leave an uphill second shot, and this green is raised in the front, very narrow between those 2 bunkers. It's going to take something rather special to carry the ball up high enough and land it soft enough to keep it on this par 5 and 2.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's no snap though.
You can't leave an eagle putt short.
Now listen, anytime I left it short, I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody you left it short.
All right, I won't say anything.
Yet another birdie, And yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard.
Here at the 6th, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole too for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
Boy, this one has a chance to be really good. Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Nice par to remain 3 under. Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole.
Good tee shot right in the short grass.
Rich, now's the time to knuckle down. I know things haven't gone right up to this point, but really, this is where you can still get something out of it. Just give yourself that opportunity. You're good enough.
Beauty of golf, Frank. One good strike comes off the center of the bat, one good result, and you begin to feel differently about things. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Starting to play some good golf. With that birdie, moves to 4 under for the tournament. Frank, I really like this hole, the par 3/8 here at Wolf Creek.
It measures just under 250 yards. Really what you want to know is the yardage just to the front edge of the green. Anything obviously that carries sort of 5 or 6 paces on there, then at least you've got a relatively big green to hit at. But you can see the trouble that surrounds short and left of this green, as well as just over the back.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
That is a solid par putt. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 ninth, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off, because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunker on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Frank, what has stood out for you watching this player into these wins?
A lot of smart decisions, not trying to fight the wind, using it, and really just a lot of good strikes, one after the other.
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the ninth. Approach shot into this ninth green, Frank. What's the best play?
A good drive, especially an ambitious drive down there, is just going to leave a pitch up to this green. And if you're coming in here straight, really, it's a good time to just hit one there and skip it into that flag. You can land it short, come in a little lower, and bounce it back towards the flag.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So just a formality here. Excellent lead for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. The par 4 10th, and Frank, what's the right way to attack this hole?
A little deceiving off the tee here, Rich, because you don't see the full width of the fairway because of the desert down the right side. You do see those bunkers down the left. 280 yards take them completely out of play. And it's a fun green, obviously protected by those bunkers on the left and that little one-pot bunker on the right. But be aware of the contours of this green, and just be aware, too, where they stick the flag. In that front section, then this is certainly a birdie hole.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder, or just hit another one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On to the 11th hole. We're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards, very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
Birdie try up next. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Has it for par, stays at -5. Par 5, 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off you. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. They'll be happy with that in the fairway. Now a good chance to attack this hole. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that is well on the cards.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. He can make eagle right here. Continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. 13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what, I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
What a nice shot, about 9 feet from the pin.
How do we do
Frank,
that?
it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see two par fives back to back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. Can't wait to write those on the card. One below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Appears to be a smart shot.
All right, eagle.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Ooh, that was close.
Got the right result.
fast
too,
hit.
It's just a
That was really close.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down on those bunkers because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt.
Second shot.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
9 under for the round. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dogleg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen. So look straight at the green. That's your line. Just try and bisect those 2 fairway bunkers. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
All right, eagle.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Standing over his birdie putt. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a 2-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, then obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that 3rd shot across the water. But really a fun hole if you want to try and take that 2nd shot on.
And from the fairway for his 2nd shot here. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek is only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this hole on. Really a short club off the tee, leaving yourself some area of 100, 70 yards, and you're going to be putting for birdie more often than not. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
So just a formality now. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
CBT Naruto over and out. Also, shout out to the 2019 World Series going on right now. Matter of fact, the Washington Nationals versus the Houston Nationals. The Washington D.C. Nationals are at Houston Nationals. They're in Houston. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I think the Washington Nationals are gonna win. It's Game 7, so you know, series title 3-3. And yes, I think the Washington Nationals are going to win. Tonight, today is October 30th, 2019. Tomorrow's October 31st, 2019. Hello, boy. And yeah, I think the Washington Nationals are going to win tonight. And we'll see what happens. So I think it's going to be exciting. And amazing, pretty fresh. So, with all that being said, it's CBT Naruto. Over and out.